So I did not always know that I wanted to be an attorney. I was one of those children that, because I always argued and debated and thought I knew a lot as a little child, my parents and relatives would have pushed me towards law. But I think it took a while for me to get over many other professions and areas that I thought I could do very well, like being a pilot and a doctor and so on. I remember I was president of science club in high school at a point, so I really thought I could do a lot of different things. But it was really debating that brought me back to the point where law became a focus. I became heavily involved in debating both at Campion in Jamaica and then my 1 year abroad. And it was something that I really enjoyed, and enjoyed competing and enjoyed a lot of aspects of it. Just the thrill around all of that made me think that I wanted to do law. The irony of all of it was that by the time I decided I wanted to do law, I really thought I wanted to do litigation. And as God would have it, I have ended up as a commercial attorney that spends his time negotiating contracts and sitting at my desk. So I've come full circle, but I'm really happy with the decision. And I think the practice of law has allowed me to blend all those many interests and serve clients. So I'd say as a school, Norman Manley Law School probably had the greatest impact. And that's hard for me to say because I really enjoyed my prep school and my high school. The lecturers, many of them had an impact on me. But the one that I'll highlight is Senior Tutor Emerita Dorcas White, who remains someone that I feel like I'm very close to. I've had the opportunity to work with her regarding the Jessup since 2015, and as both of us being advisors to that program. And she has been somebody that has really been a strong support for me. Norman Law School was good for me in terms of my participation in the Jessup. And this has shaped me in many ways. I participated in the Jessup while I was at Cave Hill as an undergraduate student. So I've had the opportunity to go 3 times, which is that's not common for the Jessup. Most persons get to go once or twice. But the 2 times at Norman Manley, Professor Vassiani, who was the principal at the time, he told us that we should banish self-doubt and flourish. And that particular line and his encouragement really inspired us at the time to dig in and try and do our best. And we became the first team from the Caribbean to make it past the preliminary rounds and to make it to the advanced rounds. In our first year, we made it to quarterfinals, and in the second year, we made it to the semifinals. And it was tremendous for us. I remember being outside after the announcement, calling Prof, and we're all crying on the phone because it was so unbelievable that a team. This is a competition with hundreds of law schools from around the world, and it's usually won by the same school. So to put Norman Law School on the map was a tremendous experience. Since then, I've been able to support the law school and the Jessup program in particular by coaching the Jessup team, which I've done since 2015, and the teams have done very well. We've been able to make it all the way to the finals and just missed that win by a few notches. I'm still hoping that we'll be able to get over the edge, but the reputation of the law school is strong. It's very important to give back to aspiring attorneys. Law is a fraternity. So the lawyer that was your student yesterday could be on the other side of a matter tomorrow, as happens with me quite a bit these days. And then also for me, there are several persons who are senior attorneys that I call on regularly and ask for advice and ask for encouragement and ask for feedback on things. I think that's the only way to grow as an attorney, and I think it's very important for all attorneys to participate in that process. I remember when I started practicing law, I felt as if I had such a good foundation. Part of that was that the law school also supporting me with a bursary to attend the Hague Academy of International Law at the International Court of Justice in The Hague. And I remember when I started practicing, the first case was the Shanique Mary case, where I was a junior and I had the opportunity to draft the pleadings. And I took the opportunity to use the format of the Jessup instead of using the typical appellate format that many of the senior attorneys had used in previous cases. For me, being an international law case, I thought that a memorial format would be better than a sort of summary of points. And I thought that it was well received, and I think that it contributed to the success in that case. And I had the opportunity to practice international law for 3 years before becoming a commercial attorney. So Norman Manley, everything that happened there really shaped my career. It shaped my confidence as an attorney, and I am very grateful. Miss Aina, as the current principal, I think she has done a lot, not only for the Jessup program, but to really build a legacy for the law school as the place of choice for the study of law, not just for persons in the Caribbean, but around the world, because we're becoming a global world. More persons are coming to Jamaica to be called to the bar, and I think Norman Manley has become a tremendous place for study.